Eco.
Echo.
So, hey guys, welcome to EcoEcho, Giving Nature a Voice. My name is Bella.
And I'm still Mare.
And behind the scenes we have our regisseur Sai and the social media manager Chris. And for this episode, Sai wrote the script, so we will see how this will go. When we didn't, as the speaker, didn't write the script ourselves. And since Christmas is around the corner, and probably most of you are already thinking about what present gifts you might buy or what meals you want to cook at Christmas night. Today's episode will be about a more sustainable Christmas, and we really hope that this is also interesting maybe for some of you. And we will start with food waste at Christmas, and I will give the voice to Mare now.
Thanks. Food waste. I think I'm pretty prone to cooking more than I need. I don't know about you, if you cook more than you need.
No, actually, I'm cooking always for 5 days and I'm always eating anything.
So there we go. So let's talk about food waste, huh? So food waste during Christmas is massive, mostly because we cook more than we need. I have an example for my boyfriend's family. When we go there on Christmas, they cook so much, and then we always get packages back home and wrapped in, not very sustainable though, plastic wrap, and they still have a lot of food left, even though we take a lot, and the other family, like his uncle, takes a lot of food, and so it's a lot of food. In Germany, around Christmas, there are 1/5 of the annual food waste is generated on Christmas. And we thought maybe we can give you some tips on how you can...
And also tips for us.
Yeah, definitely also tips for us, how we,
exactly.
also including us, can reduce food waste. Well, for one, we can plan meals more realistically. And we always think people eat more than they actually do. For Christmas, it's more likely that they eat more, but still, we overestimate a lot, I feel like.
Especially when it comes to meat. Then people calculate that each person will eat 400 grams of meat, which is immense. And at the end, some people... especially kids, or also most women, will not eat half a kilogram of meat. They will probably eat less.
Or if they're vegetarians in the family, they don't eat meat at all.
Yeah.
So then, if you do have leftovers, you should store them properly. Also for food safety reasons, and you can also get creative with them the next day. I usually do leftover challenges and see what I can do without going grocery shopping.
That's a nice thing.
Yeah.
But, the thing is, with the festive days, you have Christmas Eve, then you have the first celebration day, then you have the second one. And the thing is, everybody is preparing on different days food then. For most families, I think it changes who invites whom. And then you go there, and then you are not able to eat your leftovers actually, because you're invited in someone else's place.
Yeah.
So you will probably eat them after maybe 2 or 3 days. But maybe another approach could be that if you already know that from Christmas Eve and the first day of the celebration, you already have so much food that you are maybe not planning to cook another meal on the second Christmas day. This is maybe a more sustainable approach, for example.
Or maybe have potato salad for breakfast.
Potatoes
Who says what you have to eat for breakfast?
Potatoes are very nutritious. How is it?
Nutritious. Yeah. You can also use local and seasonal ingredients. They taste better and they have a smaller footprint. That's a bigger picture than just the food waste. And if something does go to waste, you can compost it instead of throwing it in the bin. Well, if you have a compost.
Yeah, I mean, for the people in the student dorms, there's a huge debate, like for some people, that there should be a compost actually, because also when it comes to the how is it called when you're distinguishing the different food, the different ways of the rubbish, like people, I heard from people they are throwing their class in the overall waste with like anything, or they just put the organic waste, the plastic waste, and glass. I mean, that's even
in one bin.
That's even illegal. You cannot throw glass. So maybe a compost solution with the student dorms would be maybe more engaging as well for the students. So like you really know that something happens to your organic trash. Maybe that could be a motivation for some people. But this is just a guess. Maybe it doesn't change anything possible.
Maybe like the apartments can also invest in some like warm bins. You know, that could be an example. Also, regarding meat in general, you can avoid meat during Christmas or reduce the amount of meat, or if you are buying meat, you can see if it's organically produced, like, or the farmer next door has a cow, and I mean some places you can like rent a cow or like buy a cow and then get the meat from it.
This as well, yeah. It's quite funny actually.
Yeah, but like there's so many, I feel like there's so many good vegan or vegetarian alternatives now to meat. And if someone from your family doesn't eat meat or is a vegan, then don't plan meat for them that they're gonna eat it. So don't cook the normal amount you do and just cook less.
Yeah,
don't cook the whole goose.
Just don't
choose
waste.
A duck.
Just don't waste, exactly.
Yeah. Well, then the bigger part about Christmas is gifts, Bella. How do you feel about it?
Well, so I will first have to say that I'm actually not a big fan of gifts anymore.
Wow.
So actually, since I tell you something, so since I think 2 or 3 years, my boyfriend and we are not gifting anything to each other anymore.
Oh yeah,
since 3 years,
but just because of financial reasons, not because.
But also, it's also for us like first this.
Yeah.
But really also, we don't know what to give the other person anymore, and we also think it's annoying to get things that you are not really want or you don't need. So this is maybe some background information on that, like just personal. But overall, if you want to gift something at Christmas, of course it makes sense to again have something maybe produced locally, like maybe something made from wood, or maybe an organic wine for a person that really likes to drink wine, something like that. And I also think the things doesn't have to be so big all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's really the heritage that for Christmas things must be huge.
Yeah, that's true.
They must be expensive, they must be huge, and it's for adults and for kids. It's often the same. Like also some adults expect that they get expensive Christmas gifts, and kids expect that they get the biggest Christmas gift compared to their other siblings.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
This is something we should really work on as a society. Like, is this really what it should be about? I doubt it.
I think the meaning of the gift is more important,
exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the cousins of my boyfriend, they get so much on Christmas that we decided they're getting enough. They're not getting something from us.
Martha, they should not listen to it. Okay.
They're like 7 years old. They don't care.
Yeah, maybe we should cut this out. But like, maybe we keep it. What is also, of course, making sense if you pick products from brands that use recycled or sustainable materials. But here, we want to emphasize there's so much greenwashing going on.
Yeah.
I watched so many documentaries, especially like sports shoes. When they are advertising, they use some amount of recycled materials, and then there are some documentaries that released or that published that they just take the products that come back. Like people say, okay, the size does not fit from these shoes. They send it back to the company, and then they just take these shoes and they destroy them, and that's what they use for recycled material, and they are allowed to phrase it as recycled. So this is not what it's supposed to mean, recycled or sustainable material. So you should really be aware of where you buy different products, especially when it comes to textiles and clothes, shoes and stuff. What is also nice, if you just gift maybe some experiences, if it's pictures or if it's a dinner together.
Yeah.
I'm also often actually giving just spending time together, like for example, going for example for dinner together or doing a certain activity. I think that's also like when it comes to parents, this is what they appreciate these days the most.
Definitely, yeah.
Because they don't see you often, and then it's like, oh yeah, that's nice. I mean,
nice gift, but I really want to spend some time with my child.
Exactly. So I think this is also a very nice approach. And also maybe donating to a charity in someone's name. Actually,
you can buy like trees.
Exactly. My grandma did this for me some years ago. I think she even did this. No, it was not my grandma. It was my brother. But he did it for every member of the family. And that's also very nice, I think.
Yeah.
And then we got like a certificate, like 10 euros, or you saved a tree. I don't know. But of course, maybe this is also a little bit cap. I mean, you cannot really, how should I say? You don't really know if this is really what happened with these 10 euros.
Yeah. But I know a company that I think it's very local. A friend of mine bought her dad a Christmas present. Spoilers, if that dad is listening. She bought him a tree, an apple tree, and then from that tree or from the field of the apple trees.
From the orchard.
Thank you. From the orchard.
I think it's orchard. But it could be very wrong. I think it's actually...
Then the dad gets sent like, I think 3 times a year, like apple mousse.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's also very nice.
Yeah.
So these are also different opportunities. Like, it also helps if you just think about what is maybe close to you, or what people in your environment could also be part of your Christmas presents. Like maybe someone can do very good DIYs, and then you can just give them some money and give this to your family members. And like last message for this topic, don't, in my opinion, but this is just very personal, like do not give things that people really don't need. Like for me, it's just, of course I appreciate the effort if people have something for me to Christmas. It's a very nice gesture, of course. But I told many people, like, really don't give me things anymore. I don't need. I mean, I'm studying bioeconomy, which is highly related to sustainability, and still then get things which I really don't need. Yeah. So it's really for me important that if I don't need anything, then just, I also don't need money. Like, please just, we will spend time, and
you
that's
just
okay.
Want to spend time with them.
Exactly. So I think that's the main message for me personal. But like, I don't know. You want to add something for that?
I mean, in the past, I was growing up as an only child, so I got a lot of presents for Christmas. I have to say that. But right now, I also think if I don't need something, my parents don't have to give that to me. Even though I'm telling them, please don't, I can't stop them, I can't. But right now, they have a sense of, like, they usually, for Christmas, they buy me, like, things for the house. Like, we needed a mixer, and that's what they got us, because mixers are heavily expensive.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Stuff like this, you know.
If you need it, then go for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so, but what comes with presents, of course, is also how you wrap them. So this topic is now asked to Mare. Maybe she can give us some recommendations how to wrap presents more sustainable.
Yeah, well, traditional shiny wrapping paper can't be recycled, and it's used just for a few minutes. I mean, some parents wrap it a month before, but still, it's not used for a long time, and then they just go in the trash. You can definitely reuse gift wrap from previous year. I'm not a fan of it.
Oh, I'm a champion in that.
What?
Yeah.
No. I get so angry when like people are like, sorry, I have to save the wrapping paper. No, I'm like, rip it up, man.
No, I'm doing this all the time.
Really?
I'm like really crazy that like when I'm at a party where there are Christmas presents, or if it's a birthday party even, and I see the person is wrapping the gifts up very nicely, and then I see, okay, they will probably throw it in the trash. I'm always like, I will take it, and then I will wrap my gifts.
Are you actually reusing it?
Yes, all the time.
Oh, wow.
And I'm keeping them I have a box where there's much random stuff in it, and like very random stuff, like anything, I don't know where to bring it. And then I'm putting it there, and then if I need wrapping paper, I will get to that box and I will use it. I do.
Awesome.
But this is from my family, because my mother always did this.
Okay.
She was always like, oh, that looks like a very nice Christmas wrapping paper, and then she was like immediately taking it.
Okay.
But I understand if it's also perceived as annoying, because you should not overdo it.
Yeah, definitely.
Really.
Yeah, well, for that you can definitely use like recycled wrapping paper, and then you don't have to feel bad about like ripping it open and destroying it.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what my family used when I was growing up. And you could also like try craft paper, newspapers, or fabric wraps. Like if I'm not especially on Christmas, but in general I don't have gift wrapping paper at home. I use like old pages from my Agrarhheute
That's cool.
magazine, and then they get like a tractor on their present, and it doesn't have to do anything with a tractor, but you know.
But that's also very cool.
They can read something about I don't know, a farm.
But that's, I mean, many people are using newspapers now, I think, to wrap their...
Yeah.
It's very nice.
You can also like add natural touch with dried oranges, twine, or small pine branches. You can also just buy recycled paper and then do prints on it. You can do that with children, for example. I saw that on Instagram once, where they do their own Christmas wrapping paper. I think that's a pretty nice idea to do with kids.
Yeah.
And what you should avoid is plastic. Like there are see-through wrapping papers. I don't understand the point of this wrapping paper at all. Why even wrap it if you can see through it?
And I also have to say, when it comes to these transparent plastic wrapping papers, it's like really art to make a good job.
When, to make it look good.
There's some people very good in it, and then you get it, it's like it looks like a huge candy or something they make very good, and then sometimes other people who are not so good in it, and it looks not good. And then you like just better wrap it differently. Like it's really art for me. If people are able to do this, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have to be a Christmas present. You can also send Christmas cards, and I think you know more about it, right, Bella?
Well, as I said at the beginning, today's script was written by Sai, and therefore we are using his inspiration for this episode. So I will see what I can do with it. Overall, of course, again, recycled paper is a better choice for the environment, also for cards. And I mean, when it comes to that, there are so many options now with recycled paper. Definitely. I think you really don't have to buy. But I mean, for example, my father, he's like really a champion when it comes to Christmas cards. He's always buying these one with three-dimensional effects, and it's like every Christmas he is improving his performance. Like he's still got a better card than last year, and the thing is, I really keep them because they're insane. They are so beautiful that I'm like,
show me.
no, it's really sad to throw them away. But never mind. Still, it's better to get a recycled card. I mean, for example, what can be done also with recycled paper cards is still a three-dimensional effect, like when they are putting like something below and they are doing like a second level on top, you know what I mean, when you glue them together. So it can still be three-dimensional, very nice. And also what we have at the university now, when it comes to paper, when it comes to cards, that you can send, we have these cards that are including seeds, so you can just take that card and it will also decompose, and you put them in it sounds crazy, right, but you can just put them in your garden in the soil, and then they will appear to grow I think most often it's wildflowers what they include as seeds. And we expect it's also something which they probably already offer for Christmas cards. If not, then this is a perfect opportunity for you to start a startup, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
That produces sustainable seed paper Christmas cards.
Maybe a seed you can plant in the winter already.
Exactly. Why not? This would be a special innovation. Yeah, that's true. But what else? Also like digital cards, if you don't want to have a printed card, this is also of course an option maybe for you. So now we come to the part of decorations. This is also a big part for many of Christmas when it gets to December and then people are going completely mad buying new decorations. But of course, this is also not very sustainable. So Mare, maybe you can tell us something more about that.
Yeah, well, decor doesn't have to be new every year. I have like 2 like different examples, or maybe 3. Like in my flat, no decorations at all. Nothing.
Oh, that's crazy.
You don't even, except for like advent calendars, you wouldn't know it's Christmas. There are no decorations.
Okay.
And then when I was growing up, I had a friend. And I know every year the Christmas tree had different decorations on it, and it was all like color schemed. Oh, you look like you. You did.
Like in my family, it's very similar.
I'm
very sorry.
Well, it's fine. And like in my family, it's passed down, the Christmas tree decorations.
That's cool.
Like my mom has decorations from her grandmother, and I think it's gonna be passed down to me. And also there are Christmas decorations I made when I was 5 years old or something, and then it says "I love you, Mom" or something, and then it hangs on a tree.
That's cute.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you can reuse decorations. You don't have to buy new ones that you already own. And I also think it adds like a nice touch, especially if you hang something that has value to you.
That's personal. I also think that,
Yeah. And if you're buying new, you can look for materials like wood, cotton, or recycled glass, for example. You can also DIY Christmas tree decorations with pine cones, cinnamon sticks, branches, or dried fruit. And you can use LED lights to reduce energy consumption, but also don't use real candles. It's a big fire hazard. I saw videos of Christmas tree that go up in fire like immediately.
Okay, I tell you something. It's very crazy. But like my father has this tradition that I think is it called not candle lights, but the ones you're using, you can keep them in your hands, and then they are like a firework in your hand, like the small ones.
Yeah.
You know which one I mean? Like you take
like on New Year's, you usually
yes,
have
exactly.
them. Yeah.
And you know what my father's doing? he puts them on his Christmas tree every year, and it's like such a fire hazard. And we're always like, yeah.
Is someone next to you was like an extinguisher is like ready to use
No,
it? Or?
no.
No, you just go like, yeah, it's fine.
I mean, he's doing it every year, so I think he's really trusting his skills and experience with that. But still, every year my brothers and I were like,
Should we really do that?
It doesn't feel right. It looks very dangerous, but let's
Yeah.
just enjoy. Let's just enjoy the moment. Yeah, but yeah,
Wow.
it's tradition, you know.
I hope it's never going up in flames.
Yeah, I hope so too.
You know, you have a fire extinguisher close by or water you can use?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Let's all hope for Bella. Everything goes fine.
Let's hope the best. But
But by the way, Christmas tree.
yeah, that's a
It doesn't always have to be a Christmas tree decoration.
Exactly. Yeah, so where do you get your Christmas tree from? I mean, Christmas without a Christmas tree, that's unimaginable for some people. So, Sai has written down here that there is no perfect sustainable tree, but there are better options, and I think I agree on that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it immediately also means you consume something, you buy something, which is probably not sustainable in any ways. But of course, you can make better choices. Like, if you get a real tree, you should maybe look. I mean, there are many local trees, but it's better if you really know that you get it from someone that is doing a really sustainable forestry management.
Yeah.
Like if they are cutting their Christmas trees, you also know that they are replanting many of them, and there's a big system behind that, so that they make sure that the nature is not really getting a huge minus annually because of Christmas. So when it comes to the carbon capture of the trees, so this is maybe one approach. And also there are some places already now where you can rent your Christmas tree and then put it, return it back after Christmas. I think that's a very good approach, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you get it in a pot, and then
You have a Christmas tree.
you decorate it and you enjoy it, and then you return it again.
It lives outside for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and
You set it free.
also it's also very annoying, I think, for many people, like what to do with your Christmas tree when it's dry. Then it's trash, and you cannot just put it on your compost because it's too hard wood. It's not decomposting.
I know some places at the farm I work at, they usually get like 2 to 3 Christmas tree, and then they feed it the sheep. And
The sheep.
yeah.
What do they feed the sheep? The wood?
No, like the old little
Oh, they're
leaves.
eating this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like they also like chew on the wood, but I think it's not for every Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Don't take my word for it.
Okay.
Don't just feed sheep the Christmas
Don't
tree.
worry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and if you're preferring an artificial one, it has its benefits and disadvantages. On the one side, you're not cutting a tree, you know, but on the other side, of course, it's mostly produced from oil, like from plastic, and of course, like from fossil fuels, no, fossil oil, I'm sorry. So this is of course also not sustainable, but if you maybe buy one, you can watch out what materials are used. Maybe it's again recycled plastic, and also buy rather one in a good quality that you will keep maybe for the rest of your life, or you can also buy one in second-hand platforms like Kleinanzeigen in Germany, for example.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course there are tree alternatives. For example, like paper trees. I cannot really imagine that.
Oh, a paper tree.
Maybe we'll send an example picture on Instagram, but I don't know if a paper tree could really replace a Christmas tree.
I just imagine like a child drew a Christmas tree on paper and just stuck on a wall.
I don't know about that.
I mean, maybe eventually you can have holograms of Christmas trees.
Holograms, what's that?
Like, you know, in sci-fi movies, when it's just like a 3D virtual picture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of beam it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. That's very 21st century. But yeah, so Mare, now it comes to you. So after the party is before the next party.
Yeah, definitely.
What to do after the celebrations?
Well, you can separate wrapping paper like you're doing.
One approach.
But don't throw it away. But definitely separate wrapping paper, cardboard and plastics correctly, and then throw it in the bins correctly.
Yeah.
Remove tape from recycling paper, and also keep the gift bags to reuse the next year. My mom has like a bag full of Christmas present bags,
Perfect.
for example.
Yeah.
I think I've never bought one of these bags ever.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. So before we are coming to an end of today's episode, we again have our format Give Nature Your Voice. And what a surprise. This episode, it's about how you guys celebrate Christmas more sustainable. And we invited, or better, we asked you in Instagram to give an answer on this question. And we got a winner for this question, and this person can now give their answer how they celebrate Christmas more sustainable. So now you can listen to their answer. So, hello everybody. Before some days we made an Instagram post where we asked you to answer how you celebrate Christmas more sustainable. And today we have one of our followers that commented and won and can therefore participate in today's episode and is here to share their insights how she celebrates Christmas more sustainable. But before we start, I will ask Laura, maybe you can introduce yourself a little bit, like what you like to do in your free time and who you are.
Hi, I'm Laura. I'm a student at Uni Hohenheim, and this is my first time on EcoEcho, so I'm excited to be here. And in my free time, I usually like to be outside or go swimming.
Nice. Thank you very much, Laura, for your answer. And now we can start with the real interview. So, how do you celebrate Christmas more sustainable?
I usually try to pay attention to how I wrap my gifts. So I try to wrap them in old newspapers, for example, which can be quite aesthetically pleasing if you do it right, I guess. Mm-hmm. Or I try to use reusable gift bags.
Mm-hmm. Are you like Mare and I? We had a discussion about reusing old Christmas wrapping paper or not. What is your opinion about that? Are you reusing old Christmas paper or not?
I personally am not, because if I do use old newspapers, you can't really reuse them a second time. But that's actually a great idea for people who might use, conventional wrapping paper.
Yeah, I also think that. And what about your gifts? Are you often giving DIYs as Christmas gifts, or are you rather buying things on second-hand platforms, or are you just buying new products?
I usually do a lot of DIYs. That's my go-to Christmas gifts, but I have a few people who I buy actually new products for.
Mm-hmm. Can you give an example of maybe one DIY that you gave as a Christmas gift as an inspiration for our followers?
I've done a few keychains this year, actually, that I'm going to give people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how are you doing them? Are you doing them with wood or with paper?
I have used some, rope, and then kind of braided it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's very nice. And maybe as a last question, because we want to keep these things realistic, so what are things which you're doing on Christmas or Christmas Eve which are less sustainable, but you cannot imagine about giving them up or not doing them?
Well, I did already mention that I have a few people that I actually buy new products for. So I think just because they're new, they're often like wrapped in plastic and all that stuff. That's just something that isn't really sustainable, but I can't truly give up on, I think.
Yeah, same. I think that's a common issue. Also, especially when you have kids, I think it's also difficult to give them always not new gifts, because if kids see that other kids are getting huge, big new presents, then this is maybe also a difficulty. Okay, so thank you very much. Do you want to add something else, or like maybe follow on Instagram?
Follow EcoEcho on Instagram and like all their posts.
I was more thinking about your account, but thank you very much, Laura. No, but you will find Laura's Instagram at below our post if you want to follow her. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, if you also want to participate in one of our podcasts, then just watch out for our Instagram post. There we will ask after each episode our new question for the next episode, and then you can comment there, and maybe you have luck and you will be participating in our next episode then. So now, Mare, what's the end of this episode? What should people take away from it?
Well, a sustainable Christmas isn't about being perfect. It's about like celebrating with a little bit more awareness. Less waste, more meaning, and choices that feel good. And you don't have to, and like I think this is our message, you don't have to implement everything we said, you know? For example, I will still keep on ripping gift papers apart. You will still keep on...
No, that's not good, Mare. That must...
But I will not buy new Christmas decorations, you know? Yeah. I think just implement a few things.
That's true.
Not like everything, because in the end, I feel like we can do so much compared to what someone else can do, who's richer and more famous, like more famous people who have more influence. But it's also important for us to do something.
Yeah, I think
but we shouldn't get into our heads and be like, I have to be perfect, everything has to be sustainable, or otherwise I failed the planet and the planet is going down, you know?
But I also think that for some people it's maybe good to, when it comes to this perfection, what we mean, that they stop thinking about the meal has to be perfect, the present gifts have to be perfect, the atmosphere has to be perfect, because often what happens then, if you're in this mindset that everything must be perfect, it will not end up at all being perfect, because the problem is the mindset and not the circumstances. So just think about, okay, what do I want from this Christmas Eve? And probably you just want to have a nice dinner with your family or friends, or a good evening, and that's what it should be, right? Like,
definitely
a good time. And so perfection is maybe not always the key. Yeah,
maybe think about what Christmas means to you, and not like what society tells you it means. It has to mean, it doesn't have to look like a perfect Christmas dinner. Yeah. It can just be spending time with your family. And when I say, for example, spending time with my family, it's just me and my parents and my boyfriend. Yeah. There are no more people than that. Exactly. You know?
And that's also just what you need, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling perfect.
Perfect.
So, guys.
Well, that's a wrap on today's episode.
We hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, like, leave a comment below. And we hope and wish you a beautiful Christmas time.
Also, if you try any of these ideas, please let us know on Instagram or in the comments.
We would appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Also share it with other people. Maybe share it secretly with someone who you think doesn't do a very good job at sustainable Christmas.
Don't share it with Mare's cousins or her aunt, because they should not listen to this podcast episode.
Don't share it with Not my cousins. The cousins from my boyfriend.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. I think that's it.
Yeah,
for
that's
today.
also things. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you.
And happy Christmas.
And Happy New Year
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a good slide into the next year.